Alrighty, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Noto. I know it's been a while since I started making videos again, which I need to stop doing that, but that's a long story for now. But anyways, I had a resurgence to come back to the game because I needed to come back. I needed to talk about something that I need to get off my chest. So, to make a long story short, we all know about Cyberpunk 2077. It was one of the biggest flops of 2020. Besides the fucking pandemic and the election, it was one of the things people would not shut the fuck up about. Even into 2021 and now 2022, Cyberpunk it will be forever known as that game that just shat its pants the day it came out, and sadly, it has a reputation to this day.
The game is broken!
But, to give CD Projekt credit, they are committed to trying to fix the game and really do honor by their fans to try their best to, bring back some form of goodwill to where, hey, we're gonna do right by you guys and we're gonna make the best game we possibly can. Because honestly, I played Cyberpunk on launch, and admittedly, I was disappointed because I was being told this is gonna be like some fucking, Fallout New Vegas or, Elder Scrolls type big, huge, expansive RPG, but in actuality, Cyberpunk 2077 is not an RPG. It is not. It will never be an RPG. What it honestly is your typical action-adventure game made in the modern day, where, hey, it has open-world, FPS mechanics, and maybe a fucking skill tree, which 90% of action games have nowadays. So really, it's just your typical open-world action game, and that's what Cyberpunk is. And honestly, I don't mind it like that, if it's advertised like that. If you go into Cyberpunk knowing it's just your typical, action-adventure game with RPG elements, that's fine. But that's my piece on Cyberpunk. Besides that, why else am I making this video? Well, today, CD Projekt Red released a patch called 1.5, and ultimately what this patch was ultimately just to fix a lot of bugs, and a lot of bugs that are really vital to the game. The way AI moves, the way traffic is, the way combat is more balanced now, the way enemies are. For example, if you point a gun at a civilian, they're gonna fucking pull a gun in your ass, because everyone in Night City is fucking packing that, which is awesome. But ultimately, CD Projekt Red is trying their best to really make the game the best it can ultimately be. Now, there's this guy on the internet, his name is Dreamcastguy, and Dreamcastguy kind of had a really shitty take, and my problem with his video, at least for like the first, I would say, 5 minutes, he was basically just kind of like rattling off all the changes and all that stuff, but there's this one clip in particular that I'm not exactly a big fan of, and I'll show you right now.
My issue is that I want additional content. Real content, not patches that are talking about cool new jackets, not new additional lines for people to do. Like, one of the things they're adding is that now you can text your lovers more often, so the romance options are a bit more intricate. I want new quests. I want New Game Plus. I want something that's going to make me actually care about Night City. You see, I feel weird. I've played so many hours of this game that even now with the next gen patch, I have no reason to go back. What am I going to do, start a new file? Am I going to try and find the last crappy crackheads that are off in some alley somewhere and blast them with my new super lasers? Give me actual content. Give me a real update. Give me new stuff to do instead of just new butts to look at.
Okay, so yeah, that's the whole crux. He just ends up complaining that there's no new content, that there's no new quests, there's no new expansions, basically. And to be perfectly blunt with you, to make new actual content on top of what Cyberpunk already offers would be it would take a while. Especially if you want it at a quality and, how do I say this? Quality and, I'm blanking on the word, but you want it to, not shit itself like it did on launch, okay? You don't want it to be buggy, busted, and fucking broken, okay? That was the problem with Cyberpunk in the first launch. So you're telling me they're still fixing the fucking bugs, they're still trying to fix everything that is wrong with the game mechanically, and you want them to add more shit to it before they even fix anything else? I'm sorry, but that's really fucking stupid. I just feel like this is being negative for the sake of being negative. It's like, oh, and you have people comments being like, oh my god, this DLC is so pointless. Why don't we get more missions? Why don't we get more this? Nigga, you're getting all this shit for fucking free! They're still working on the fucking game, dude. Most, like, you have to understand, like, we live in an era where developers, you know, have to patch their games. You know, they need to, or else, you know, the fans are not gonna support them anymore. So the fact that they are willing to patch it is kind of a good sign, because if you look at shit like the GTA Definitive Edition, when was the last time that shit got patched? From what I've heard, there's a possibility that shit may never get patched, and then you have to wait for fans to fix the game for you. And yeah, I don't want Cyberpunk to go down that route, because I think what CD Projekt Red has here, for what it is, in my personal opinion, is a solid fucking game. Now, another reason why I think Dreamcastguy kind of shits the bed with this kind of take is because clearly when Cyberpunk came out, he had a very interesting opinion on Cyberpunk's launch. Keep in mind, this was his opinion on Cyberpunk at launch.
Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's go over the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Cyberpunk 2077 a 9 out of 10.
So yeah, there you have it. You have Dreamcastguy over here bitching and complaining about Cyberpunk doesn't have any content, but at launch, what the game provided, the game that he played at launch to him was of 9 out of 10. So I feel like that kind of, you know, makes you, I wouldn't say hypocritical, it just, you know, you gotta keep that same energy, man. Like, you're fucking shilling for the game at launch, but now that CD Projekt Red isn't gonna give you a fucking, you know, a little bonus for, you know, shilling for the game, all of a sudden, oh man, Cyberpunk needs more content, guys, it's not good enough now, even with the patch, it's not that good. It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I mean, I don't know, that's just my whole opinion on the situation, man. I guess I put it in a nutshell, I just don't like when people can't keep that same energy. You know, you just have motherfuckers out here saying, like, oh no, man, they're very inconsistent, especially with Dreamcastguy. Like, literally, another example of Dreamcastguy being really inconsistent, or the fact that he can't keep that same energy, is when, I believe, when the GTA Definitive Edition came out, when literally before, you know, right when it came out, he was like, oh my god, this is such a good way to experience these games, I love this, man, and he was, like, just chilling for it, gave it, like, 8 or 9 out of 10. Battlefield 2042 comes out, fucking gets on a hate bandwagon, gives that a shit rating. That's like, so you're telling me you know so you tell me you know what a buggy game looks like? Apparently, I don't know. I feel like Dreamcastguy, I hate to call him lazy, but I mean, if you look at his content, I mean, it's kind of not hard. I mean, look what he's doing now. The dude's literally just sitting in front of a fucking green screen and doing, just like talking about the game off the top of his fucking head. The easiest shit to do in the world. Look at me. Look at what I have to do. I got some gameplay, got some music, got some clips, got some memes. Anyways, I don't know, that's all I really have to say. I wish I would have made this video a little bit longer to get that little 10-minute ad revenue, but I'm not going to do that to you guys because I care about my viewers. I don't want to make a long-ass video that makes you guys bored out of your mind. So if you got to the end of this video, all I can say is thank you. Thank you. Even though I only have 10 people watching this, if you are one of those 10 people, I love you guys. I don't know who the fuck you are, but I love you guys. So anyway, that was just me. I know this video was a little bit rambly and kind of random as fuck, but I don't know, this was just more of a passion project, just kind of get myself back into making videos again. And you know, I'd rather do something than nothing and, you know, fucking wallow away like a dying dandelion in the forest, dry of water. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore, dude. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you around, hopefully fairly soon.